misty highlands of 18th century France, a shadow stalked the land. Between 1764 and 1767, the province of Gévaudan was gripped by terror as a monstrous predator claimed over 100 lives. This is the chilling tale of the Beast of Gévaudan, a creature that defied explanation, eluded capture, and became legend. Let's travel back in time to a place much wilder than that of the modern world, to a period where predators ran rampant and food was scarce. Tucked away in a small village surrounded by dense forest, it was a common occurrence for one to go missing or be taken as a meal by a pack of wild wolves. But the thought of a lone wolf, starved and outcast from its pack, was a dark one indeed for the local townsfolk, as it was sure to be a bad omen. The saga begins in April 1764 in the Mercoire forest near Langogne. A young woman was attacked by a creature said to be like a wolf, but not a wolf, while she was tending to her livestock. Luckily for her, her beloved cattle, treating her as part of the herd, came to her defense and fought off the beast. She would end up surviving the attack. On June 30th, 1764, 14-year-old Jeanne Boulet became the first recorded fatality, attacked near the village of Les Hubas when tending to her sheep. As would be the case with all the victims, her body was found with its throat ripped out. The rest of her remains would be torn and scattered about. Her death would mark the beginning of a brutal killing spree that would span the next 2 years, striking fear into women and children throughout the village of Gévaudan. August 8th, 1764, a 15-year-old girl was mortally wounded at Masméjean, and fear only continued to rise when in late August, another 15-year-old, a boy this time, would meet the same fate at Chaila-l'Évêque, followed shortly afterward by another boy from the same parish. Then, on September 6th that same year, a 36-year-old woman was slain at Estritz. The victim count would follow this gruesome trend, reaching over 100 lives claimed by the end. Eyewitnesses described the beast as larger than a wolf, with a reddish-brown coat, black streaks, and a stripe down its back. It had a long tail ending in a tuft, formidable teeth and claws, and was said to leap great distances. It had eyes that held the same intense intelligence as a human's. It was said to be able to walk on its hind legs, and multiple witnesses watched the beast shrug off musket shot and bounding away. The king, being extremely poor on the heels of the 7-Year War and being able to little afford a bad public relations campaign, banned the reporting of any derogatory-natured columns aimed at government bodies. This would only further the fire behind hunting the Beast of Gévaudan, with all the newspapers covering the growing crisis. In response to the climbing death toll, King Louis XV dispatched professional hunters. Captain Duhamel and his dragoons arrived in September 1764, but after considerable effort, failed to stop the beast. In 1765, Jean-Charles Marc-Antoine Vaumeldenval and his son Jean-François took over, who employed a more military approach to the hunt. However, despite organizing large-scale drives and enlisting the help of the local nobles and villagers, they met little success. They went to great lengths in an attempt to capture the beast. Some of the king's hired men even dressed as women, hoping to trick the beast into thinking they were targets. They failed. Later that year, François Antoine, the king's harquebus bearer, killed a large wolf, declared the beast, and claimed the reward. However, the attacks continued. The people of the region relied heavily on the church, who, particularly the Bishop of Mende, seized upon the opportunity to use the Beast of Gévaudan as a tool to promote Jansenist piety and the need for grace. The beast was called out from sermons as proof of human depravity, a divine wrath sent by God to punish sin, which could only be alleviated by more prayer and more penance. In a 1971 account of the event by C.H.D. Clarke, the most famous incident surrounding this legend occurred when a group of brave children from Villeret d'Apcher encountered the beast while herding their sheep. Led by a boy named Jacques Portefeuille, the three oldest boys stood their ground, brandishing handmade pikes at the beast. Despite the best efforts of the group, the beast broke through their defenses and snatched one of the boys up by his arm and dragged him away. The remaining children fought and chased the Beast of Gévaudan down to the muddy bogs, where Portefeuille and Couston, another of the boys, beat it until it released their friend, and they were able to escape. On August 11th, 1765, Marie-Jeanne Vallée was attacked while crossing the River Dège, accompanied by her sister. Armed with a bayonet attached to a pole, she wounded the beast, buying their escape. This brave and defiant act earned her the title of Maid of Gévaudan. The attacks persisted until June 19th, 1767, when Jean Chastel, a local hunter who had been enlisted along with a number of other local villagers to hunt down the Beast of Gévaudan, killed a large wolf-like creature during a hunt organized by the Marquis d'Apcher. An autopsy revealed it was an unusually large wolf. However, it wasn't quite right. It was strangely misshapen, showing clear signs that it walked on two legs rather than all four. The attacks ceased thereafter. The Beast of Gévaudan left a lasting mark on history. One popular theory behind the true identity of the Beast of Gévaudan is that it is most likely the result of the natural order of nature, nothing more than a dog-wolf hybrid. It is not unheard of for such events to take place under certain conditions. Under this theory, their enormous size being explained away as simply hybrid vigor, which is when the offspring is larger than either parent. The abnormal coloration of the beasts, paired with the fact that they were different in other aspects as well, leads some to believe that they were really unique in the history of their kind. Natural first-generation dog-wolf crosses with hybrid vigor. It is worth noting that the natural dog-coyote crosses that we have to compare the beast with are more cunning than dogs or coyotes, not the least bit tame, and far more destructive than the wild parent, with less fear of man. The thing fits. Unfortunately, apparently neither Monsieur Antoine nor Monsieur Buffon saved us a skull. The National Museum at Paris, according to Delpery de Baillac, destroyed the skin of Monsieur Antoine's wolf at the beginning of this century, after it had shed all its hair. Was there a skull? Without it, no conclusive judgment can be made. The Beast of Gévaudan has significantly influenced modern pop culture, inspiring various adaptations across multiple media. In MTV's Teen Wolf, the beast is reimagined as La Bête du Gévaudan, a monstrous werewolf linked to the Argent family's lineage of hunters. The series delves into this lore in season 5, where the beast's essence is resurrected in the character Mason Hewitt, and the episode Maid of Gévaudan retells the original legend, highlighting Marie-Jeanne Vallée's role in defeating the creature. The 2001 French film Brotherhood of the Wolf, Le Pacte des Loups, directed by Christophe Gans, offers a stylized retelling of the legend, blending martial arts, horror, and political intrigue. In this version, the beast is portrayed as a lion, trained to kill and armored to mask its identity, serving as a tool for a secret society's agenda. In literature, Patricia Briggs' novel Hunting Ground features the Beast of Gévaudan as Jean Chastel himself, who is depicted as one of the most feared alpha werewolves in Europe. The legend has also permeated the music scene. In 2021, the German power metal band Powerwolf released the single Beast of Gévaudan, drawing inspiration from the historical accounts and religious interpretations of the beast as a divine punishment. Additionally, the beast has appeared in various other media, including the 2022 horror film The Cursed, which features a creature reminiscent of the beast as part of a gypsy curse in 19th century France. The legend has also been adapted into video games, such as a 1985 text adventure game and the board game La Bête, where players investigate the beast's attacks. These adaptations underscore the enduring fascination with the Beast of Gévaudan, allowing contemporary audiences to explore and reinterpret the legend through various cultural lenses. Next time on the Monster Hunters Toolbox, we travel north into Michigan to explore deeper into the Dogman, a shapeshifter engulfed in shadow, a mystery waiting to be unraveled. We also have a bonus episode coming up where we dig into the lore of silver as a weapon. Where did it come from? Why silver? And most importantly, does it actually work? Stay tuned to find out. Until then, keep your eyes open and your wits sharp.